Thank you. I'm a huge fan. As Rob will tell you, my honorary aunt was June Foray, and
Uh,
so I kind of grew up in the in this world with Paul Frees, and you do such a great Orson Welles.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, there's not. Paul couldn't do it as well as you, and
well,
I'm
Paul,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand. Paul and Orson used to talk about getting each other's residual checks by mistake. You know, they
Is
used to have
that
a
right?
running gag with that. Yeah,
Oh, I love that. I didn't even know that those guys were pals.
they knew each other in passing. Yeah.
There is nobody does a better Orson Welles than our friend Maurice. No one.
yeah.
No.
So we're setting off on the second season of the Animaniacs on Hulu. This reprisal, this rebirth. Uh, Maurice, I'll start with you. Are you shocked at how many fans around the world the Animaniacs has?
Pleasantly surprised. I wouldn't say shocked, because even though we didn't have as much internet presence back in the '90s during the OG series, I did follow the what used to be called the Usenet news groups, Alt TV Animaniacs, Alt TV Pinky underscore and underscore the Brain. Um, and I was aware of the fan enthusiasm for the show, the turnouts that we would get when we would do Warner Brothers gallery signings back when that was a thing, when Warner Brothers studio stores had these beautiful art galleries in the back that had our original animation art. So I was just pleasantly surprised. Although the time we've spent on the road, especially in the last decade doing Comic Cons, and the amount of attention that we get, in terms of questions of will Pinky and the Brain ever come back? Will Animaniacs ever come back? Um, I felt like, my gosh, maybe they will, maybe they'll hear these voices,
Yeah.
and I think Rob and Randy Rogel started doing an Animaniacs in concert music show that got people coming out in droves. So hope the folks at Warner Brothers I think they did pay attention to that and said, and finally it took Steven Spielberg to say, let's do it again. And
Do it
so
again.
he made it happen with a wink.
Rob, Maurice mentioned Comic Cons and those events. That's a lot like barnstorming, isn't it?
Yes, well said. It is like barnstorming, and to be able to walk into a group who's excited to see you, and all we have to do is start doing a little bit of this, and look what happens to your handsome face. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. Uh, and again, I've said this a couple of times today. At the risk of sounding self-aggrandizing, we delivered. That's what's so great, is that we're not walking into people who are disappointed. Folks are saying, "Oh my God, your show is back," and I have to tell you, there was a little bit of trepidation, but man, are you guys killing it? And the bar was very high, Tony, and Wellesley and Gabe and their crew have really nailed it. I don't think I am not at all surprised that people are as ardently supportive as they are, and vociferously so. I mean, they're really excited about it, and they should be. The producers and the writers have killed it, just killed it.
I was told, Maurice, once that voice acting is actually the purest form of acting because you are relying only, you're using your body, but everything is through the voice. Is that a true statement?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't presume to state that, that I don't want to invalidate other forms of acting, but it is it's its own type of acting, and you've got to get that. You've got to get that. You don't get to use your eyes in that anybody will see them. I physicalize quite a bit. Frank Welker physicalizes quite a bit. When Rob does Pinky, his eyes light up, and he gets a little, he gets a goofy body language, even in the studio. But it's a unique form of the craft, and one of my fellow actors tells the story of a big movie star who did an animated film, and he's gesturing and he's going off mic like this as he's walking around being very grand and Shakespearean, and he forgot this is where it is, right
Yeah.
here. You know, it's a very specific technique. And the other thing that I think an advantage that voice acting has is it's like rep theater. You can play 5 characters, 10 characters in an episode or in a film, and get to go all over the place and come back and go here and go there and up and down, and it's tremendous fun.
When you guys do Pinky and the Brain, I mean, do you get to work with each other in the studio, or does Rob go in one day and then Maurice goes in the next day, or
almost all of them that we did in the original series and in the first season, we were together. That's the way we work best. But the pandemic necessitated us doing a few episodes without being in each other's presence, even over the internet. So I feed off of Rob, and I know that he's very generous in what he feeds me. But Brain's level of irritation is directly proportional to the silliness that Rob puts out as Pinky. So there were a couple where I had to guess, and hopefully those will translate.
As we wrap, I got to have you guys do your famous lines from Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain, but if Jack's black and Betty's white, is Marvin gay? Nerve.
No, Pinky, we must go back to the lab to plan for tomorrow night.
Why, Brain? What are we going to do tomorrow night?
We're going to be guests on Screen Chatter with Tony Toscano, and then take over the world.
Nerve.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rob, I hope to see you guys soon in person. Talk to you later.
Same here, buddy. Bye-bye now. Take care of yourself.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Tony. Hi, Tony.
Press, it's great to meet you. I've been a huge fan of yours, and I know Jess. We're brothers, man.
Oh, you guys have met already.
And
We've met
being able
several
to,
times, and he's always remarked about how much he loves you, Tress. And so it's
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Are you in his book club? Look at all them books.
I know.
these are VHS tapes.
Oh, even better, man. Like you're watching so much more.
No, my honorary aunt was June Foray, and so
right.
Oh,
I grew up in this weird business we call show.
yes.
Gabe, welcome as well. Wow,
Nice to meet you.
Big Swan.
job.
Hey!
What a job in bringing back the Animaniacs.
Yep.
Yes, it is. It's
Period.
I've worked on a lot of shows in my career, and this is by far the most challenging and the most rewarding. Like it's the densest, it's the hardest to make, but it's definitely the most rewarding because we go a million places. It's a variety show, and we're just juggling a million things at once, and somehow it all falls together at the end.
It's a lot like herding cats, I would imagine,
Exactly.
or producing the musical Cats.
At the same time.
Yeah.
We don't
Tress,
talk about that, Tony.
Tress, you do so much in your career. Obviously voice acting. I know that you've been in front of the camera as well.
Very, very little, though, Tony. Very little.
In fact, Mistress of the Dark was on just the other night. And
All right. Well, Cassandra Peterson and I are friends. We knew each other from the Groundlings,
Yeah.
and she and I are friends. And of course, I was thrilled to death. It was way back in the beginning of my career, and I didn't do it on camera, but she did want me to do that in her movie, so I wasn't.
Tress, I can't believe you just said this, and I won't take long, but I have a song in that movie as well, so we worked on that together.
That's just that I forgot, and you just gave me a chill. That's so weird.
and here's the weird trifecta in that. I work with Cassandra at KHJ in LA.
Oh, really?
Really? Oh my God.
When she did the show.
Yeah, when she was doing the show. Yeah.
God, yes.
I interned.
Wow, cool. Oh, Tony, that's great, man.
Jess, my God.
Tony, my God.
I can't think of anybody more lucky than you, not only to have this career, to be married to one of the most beautiful women on the planet, and
I know, right?
And have that great of hair.
Ain't it something, man? I mean, some days you just pick the winning lottery ticket, man. What can I tell you, dude? I listen. The good news is, bro, not a day goes by that I do not realize how blessed I am. So thank you for noticing. I appreciate it.
And the season 2 is it wilder than season 1? Are we breaking some rules this season?
Oh God, Gabe, you wanna touch that?
Just we try to go as many places as we can. Like as many places they'll let us go, we'll go. And it's just filled with the same as season 1, but more. Like we go to space and the ancient Rome, and space a couple times actually, and we explain the whole. We do the history of history in one episode. It's a lot. It's a lot.
No bondage just yet.
The thing is, Tony, Gabe is a very humble guy, but they took on quite a big mantle with this thing, man. And it's like they had big shoes to fill, and they have filled them, and they are running down the track. And it's a beautiful thing to witness. And in this season, as good as the first season was, I personally am of the belief that this one is even better. The team behind the show was even more comfortable. The scripts were universally clever. There wasn't one time I walked out after recording an episode without going, that was really good, man. That was really, really good. So hats off to those guys. They're killing it.
Well, what I found out was when I announced the fact that I was going to be speaking with you, I got letters and emails from people all over the world. So Animaniacs is a worldwide phenomenon.
Well, first of all, tell those people I already paid those bills, so stop.
That's right.
and no, that's really nice, but it is. And I think the reason for that is because funny is funny, man. And it doesn't matter where you're at or what language you speak. And even in this case of this show, it doesn't even matter how old you are, because if you're 6, you're going to laugh. And if you're 66, you're going to laugh. There's just, it's so well made on so many different levels that it just works no matter where you're at.
Chris, you show no signs of slowing down at all.
Nope.
I mean, you're just busy and busy and busy. Are you going to be directing at one point?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. That's
Me?
right.
Yeah, you.
Oh, no. I will leave that to more able-minded people. No, I'm quite happy doing my part. And as long as people are asking me to do it, well, all depending. I will go ahead and do voiceover until I'm just going to ride this career into the sunset, pretty much, Tony. I'm going to wear it out, and then nobody else will be able to do it.
Her humility is coming into place too, because in the words of Carly Simon, nobody does it better than Trust Me. It's the truth, man.
No, I would have trouble directing other people. Because I don't want to tell people what to do. No, I really don't. That's really the luxury of working with the people that I work with, because everybody does their stuff so well. It's almost like I can't tell them how to do it any better than that. So.
We only have about a minute left, so I'm not ignoring you, Gabe, at all. Fantastic job producing right there. Is there a voice that you try to attempt that you can't do? Jess first.
There always is, man. But I always tell kids when they tell me they want to get into voiceover, I say, listen, man, if you want people to think you're Superman, it's pretty simple. Just don't show them your kryptonite. In other words, the way to get people to think you can do everything is not to show them the things you can't do. So there are certainly voices I can't do. It's just you're never going to hear me do them because they suck, and I don't want you to think I'm not good.
There you go. That's very smart.
Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. Thank you so much. You brightened up my day. You brightened up the planet. You guys being on it, and stay doing what you do. And I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tony.
I'll see you in Salt Lake next time you're here.
You better, man. We love you, Tony.
Always
Thanks for everything, buddy.
All right, Tony. You take care.